fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Dorzaya posing as a white wolf in the nation's capital. He has been in this nation for a little over 6 months, and he is posing as a demi-human wolf. Now, after making his way to the capital, the White Wolf, as Midoriya does go by, he has participated in the Oni's tournament for the crown. This is a battle royale where the strongest warrior can face off against the current king and try to claim, well, strength and power. Now, Midoriya, he did win after the finals did boil down to him versus the king, and Midoriya won. Now, with that being said, a ceremony would be held. The former king passing Midoriya the crown and then informing him about everything, as he does loudly announce in front of his people that he is happy that his people will be in safe hands, and that they are going to be led by the strongest warrior he's ever faced off against. Now, Midoriya would then go on to announce that for the nation of the Onis, he plans to at least make things better for them, and he does hope to lead them into a good future. Now, after the ceremony is said and done, we do have for Midoriya, he's immediately told by somebody that he needs to meet the other royal leaders in the war room. And they do at least want to discuss things and get him put up to speed about the war against the humans. Now, with that, Midoriya, he was led there and then he did sit down at the table, where he does see many creatures of mythology. And he is looking around. There are some that he has seen before, and there are some that he hasn't. Now, people, they do stare at him, as they do ask exactly what the White Wolf does have planned. Okay. Well, I do have many ideas, and many things that we should focus on. However, I do understand that there are multiple problems in each of your nations. And, well, they're sort of spiraling, right? Yes, that would be correct. Alright. Well, Midoriya does say, standing up. All of them surprised. As Midoriya does take off the crown, set it on the table, and inform all of them that he is going to reveal to them many secrets of his own that he does believe they will either appreciate the honesty for, or want to persecute him against. However, he does understand that with his position as royalty now, that if they do wish to fight him and persecute him for these secrets, then they would go to war with the nation of the Onis. Now, many of them are quite confused, as Midoriya is talking about hiding behind basically a political barrier to stay safe. Midoriya, him then at least turning his, well, wolf traits black, or from white to black, and informing all of them that he has created a secret, or at least an urban legend, around the nation. And all of them, they do just stare at him for a minute, as they do immediately know what he's talking about. And he does continue to explain, talking about how he's used multiple skills to make this rumor an urban legend, and he is persecuting people who are in the slave trade. Now, he does then begin to start talking about the human nation that they're at war with, informing each one of them that he is currently from that nation. And everyone, they do stare at him, as somebody does jump up and believe that Midoriya, he's here to claim Onis as the allies of that place. No. Jesus Christ. Listen. Back where I'm from, or not really where I'm from, where I originate from, I was held as a slave. Now, all of them, they do hear that shocked. Maria then informing them that he's using mimic magic to appear as a demi-human, before he does drop the camouflage. All of them staring at him as many guards do go to pull blades at him, and hold them up to him. Maria not bothering to defend, as he does this still stand there in his original place, and informing all of them that his name is Dorzaya. He is a human from that nation who was put in a slave, he was put as a slave. And for 1 year of his life, he experienced hell, where he was not in control of his actions. And after he did break free, he did begin to at least devise a plan. He wanted to outlaw slavery and kill everyone involved in the practice. Now, many people do stare at him. Maria then explained to them a few things before they do see the Dragon Slayer markings appear on his face. And somebody, they do jump up and claim that those markings are false. As Maria, he doesn't have dragon traits shoot out of his back. And the person, they would go back to sitting down. Now, the guards are called off, as everybody, they do sit down after hearing all these secrets he does begin to start telling them. The princess of that nation is being brainwashed by her father, and he believes that if they execute the king and queen, and she takes their place, that she'll at least join their nation in a peace treaty. Now, they are all quite surprised. Every ounce of information they've heard from this guy, they need to get it at least approved or checked. However, the fact that he's so openly telling them these secrets, without, regard for his own life or being persecuted for them, it does speak of his character. And we do actually have where somebody at the other side of the table, they do open their mouth. I see. Well, Maria looking at the person. As they do inform Dorzaya, as they do say his name, Maria inform them to please just call him Sir or, Dragon Slayer. The person then correcting themselves, saying Dragon Slayer. They believe that if he does want to show that he is an ally, he should at least help to solve their problems. The person then turning to their right and saying that they can help out in her kingdom first. Or he can help out in her kingdom first. Are you serious? He is a Dragon Slayer after all. You need one of those, do you not? The problem right now is getting reliable filtration water for the fields. And if this man does speak volumes to at least wanting to help, we need those crops. If we don't have them, then we will not be able to produce livestock. And then that to meet in, resources cannot help to not only feed the nation, but the army that's currently at least trying to stop the foreign invaders. Now, Roy does hear that word, as he does just think back to the battlefield. The way it was, those people were so desperate to protect that land. They were giving their lives to hold the ground, and he slaughtered thousands. He doesn't really feel guilty for it, but at the same time he does feel somewhat remorseful. Now, they do then at least ask this man exactly why he's not trying to use his overwhelming power back on the human nation. And Midoriya would inform them all about the heroes that they do have there. Many of their high-ranking men might be able to actually kill him. and he doesn't want to risk the chance of it. I see. Well, it is decided then. All of them looking around as they do take a vote. Many voting for this man to help solve the problems that they are currently having. As all of them they do vote in unison, and it's completely unanimous. Now, they believe that this man, he will be able to solve some of their problems, but not all of them. As Midoriya is pulled aside by a woman later that day, or at least after the meeting. Now, with that being said, yeah. This is a few of the people that Midoriya he does see at the meeting. They're all different species, but yeah. Anyways, now. The person here, they do pull Midoriya aside, and at least instruct them that they are the princess of the island nations, or at least the nation of water. Now, Midoriya is quite confused, as the person they do inform Midoriya that they believe that the humans call her a mermaid. Midoriya looking at her in shock. He did notice that there were strange lines along her neck, along with that her ears they did seem to be somewhat strange. And her, well, appearance on her face did look somewhat reptilian, or at least scaly. And Midoriya does ask her exactly how is she on land? Oh, I see. Have you never encountered one of my species? No, I didn't even know you were, well, a thing. Really? That's quite strange. There should be tales of my people in your nation. Well, sorry. Listen, a lot of things are problematic where I'm from in my home. My parents and, well, many of my people are currently trying to figure out the solutions. However, there is a monster terrorizing our filtration systems for water. Filtration systems? Yes. As the name suggests, the, well, nation of water, we provide massive, massive amounts of water to every other nation. We help to sustain their crops and help them grow. It is a very hard task to do. In fact, the nation surrounding our own, many of them, their countrysides are primarily focused on crops. And the problem is, those nations, they're not only suffering through droughts themselves, but without our water, they'll essentially starve. I see. Well, this is a problem. I see. Is that all you really do have to say? Well, I did offer to volunteer my services. If there is some way I can help you, then please inform me. Yes. Well, as a dragon slayer, you hold tremendous power. I was hoping you'd be able to eliminate the one who's causing our problems. Is it some sort of, well, exactly what is it? Okay. We believe the monster to be a sea dragon. And, well, not really too easy to deal with, as you understand. Oh, that sounds pretty bad. Yes. And, well, after that, we might need your help with the systems. The systems? Yes. You see, our system, we didn't build it. We found it. It's made of ancient dwarven technology. I'm sorry, dwarves? Yes. Do you know what a dwarf is? Surprisingly, yes, I do. They exist here as well. Strange creatures that are somewhat humanoid. This is all so weird and strange. Then again, he's from another world. He has no right to complain here. Alright. Now, Roya, in informing this person that he will help her with her problem. However, he does just have a few questions he does want to ask her. Now, she does ask Midoriya to please ask away, as he does then point down to her legs, asking her, how is she walking if she's supposed to be a mermaid? Now, she does explain it to Midoriya. Mermaids, they can spend time outside of water. However, there is a problem with spending too much time outside of it. Their species, they will eventually dry out. But as long as they do maintain regular usage in water and time outside of it being careful, they will be okay. Now, Midoriya, he does understand it. It sounds like a transmutation quirk, now that he does think about it. Huh, that word, quirk. He hasn't really thought about that in forever. Now, Midoriya, he does then go to leave, as we do actually have where somebody does pull him aside. A man with reptilian skin and, well, the look of what appears to be a smaller-headed dragon. Midoriya looking at the man, as the man does inform him that he is still very skeptical about working with a human. However, he does appreciate Midoriya's honesty. I see. Yes, I was aware that something was off the moment you entered the room, and you weren't nervous. I see. However, would you be willing to answer some of my questions? Now, the man does try to understand how Midoriya escaped, and Midoriya, he would tell him the tale. The man not only surprised by Midoriya's adventure into freedom, but at the same time his quest for revenge. Now, he does understand that Midoriya, he does feel a particular way about the subject, about owning people. So that does mean that he at least does show a noble heart. However, that's not to say that it won't get soaked in blood. Now, Midoriya, he does leave and head out. Him being informed by the princess with at least a, well, letter that once he does arrive there, he will need to go through their security, or at least their, as they do put it, guards. Now, she does wish to accompany Midoriya on this adventure, since she has not returned home in quite some time, and she is quite worried about it. Now, Midoriya, he does actually go on to take his dragon form. As many different people they do, watch Midoriya do this. As this is a piece of truth that he truly has been a dragon slayer. As we do then have where you do have the mermaid princess go to climb atop Midoriya's back. And we do actually have Belle, Lee, Ray, and Tori, who Midoriya, he would have informed them all four that he's leaving them behind for this journey. Since this specific beast he's facing, yeah. He doesn't know how much danger it is going to truly be. And he's aware that some of their magics and skills in underwater, they're not going to work. Now, Midoriya, he would then go to take flight. As the princess, she feels exhilarated. She has never been in the sky before, and this is a whole different scenario. She's literally riding atop a dragon's back as they fly through the air. And Midoriya, he does head that way. As they do reach the nation in, let's just say, I would say a few hours. Meaning that Midoriya, he would have gotten a good distance away from the nation before dropping from his dragon form to his human form, or is the semi-human form with the wings, and continue flying. Now, they would have eventually arrived, as when they are greeted on the island, you do have the men that they did show up. Them pulling weapons and at least trying to inform Midoriya that he is approaching on hostile before they do see the princess and immediately drop to their knee, apologizing as she would inform them of this man being their guest. And she then does go to walk away, asking about a report on their current problems. Now, with that being said, Midori, he is shown to a room. And he does find it to be quite surprising whenever he does arrive, and half of it's covered in water. Now, with that being said, Midori, he does try to settle in. However, he does also find this place to be quite weird. But he's going to have to get used to it if he does want to at least work with the nations and achieve his goal. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing night. Catch you guys in the next part.